Hennig, Mr. Perfect. You know, everything in my life has been absolutely perfect. And it's a lot of people's dream to be perfect. But with me, see, it's no dream. It's reality. It's life. And take the simple game of bowling. It's everybody's dream to bowl the perfect game. Well, being Mr. Perfect, you sit back on the couch, you put your feet up, and you relax because you are going to witness the perfect. Hey, Curt Hennig fans, hello, welcome to another episode of Nobody Beats Curt Hennig, Nobody. This is your host, Mrs. Would You Perfect. Oh, we're back. We are back, guys, from the 100th episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed being with those guys. They are my very, very, very good friends, and you know, I love them all so very much for being my friend. And I'm just happy to call them friend. They have really welcomed me into their community with open arms, and I have to say that, you know, I wasn't even really sure how this show was going to take off. Um, you know, so here's to another 100 episodes and episode 200. Hopefully we make it that far. I think we will. All right, so if we get right to it today, I am very excited to show Karrion Kross interrupted Sami Zayn's interview. So we're going to watch Sami Zayn being interviewed, and then Karrion Kross will come in. I like to say that I'm very excited for their match at SummerSlam. This is being recorded as of August 1st. Oh, excuse me. So when you guys see this, SummerSlam will be history. It is day one is tomorrow, August 2nd, and then the 3rd. But again, you guys will be seeing this in the future, excuse me, not in the past, in the future. So you will already know the results. And then of course, once I watch it, or once we record next week, of course, because it'll be like the 8th and 9th of August, then I can give you the results, but you already know them. Right? So I'm very excited for like I said, Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross are having a match at SummerSlam. I believe night 1 or 2. I can't remember if it's 1 or 2. Oh my gosh, how sad is that? Also, if you do get a chance to scrounge up some money, like I'm trying to save some money for Karrion Kross's book, which comes out on August 5th. Now, again, it will already be out because you guys will be seeing this as of the like late August. You guys will be seeing this. So if you do get a chance to get Karrion Kross's book, you can pre-order it on Amazon, or you can order it on Amazon. You can also get it through Barnes and Nobles. So make sure you, if you are a big fan like me of Karrion Kross, but I'm also a big fan of Curt, of course. If you can pick up a copy, please do so. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I just saw an interview where Kevin Sullivan was telling Karrion, you got talent, kid, keep it going. You're going to make something of yourself. And that's high praise coming from Kevin Sullivan. Considering that Kevin Sullivan, was not only a booker, but he was a wrestler, and he was a good friend to a lot of people. And he just passed not too long ago, a couple years ago. So, yeah, it's very high praise coming from Kevin Sullivan, to Karrion Kross, telling him, you got talent, kid, just keep it going, keep your head up. You're going to get booked. You just wait. And here we are, where he's going to be on SummerSlam. Him and Scarlett, of course. You can't forget his soulmate, Scarlett, Lady Scarlett. I'm very happy that Karrion has found his soulmate, and Scarlett takes very good care of him. I think every wrestler could benefit from that. Like if my man, let's say my twin flame, was a wrestler,
and he's my twin flame and soulmate. So I definitely can see like where he would need that support. So I think every wrestler, whether you're male or female, needs your soulmate with you so that, you have that stability, you have someone in your corner, so to speak, right? I mean, you don't have to be their manager or anything. You don't have to, be a part of it, but just that support. I think a lot of wrestling wives have, or husbands and wives, have sort of forgotten that, this is what they do. This is their life. This is what they've always wanted to do. I know CM Punk has always wanted to be a wrestler. Karrion Kross has always wanted to be a wrestler. A lot of the second generation guys, Cody Rhodes, for example, always wanted to be a wrestler. Roman Reigns always wanted to be a wrestler because their fathers were wrestlers. Of course, Kurt too. Kurt always wanted to be a wrestler. He felt that itch, coming. So, if I were, you know, married to Kurt, I would say that, I would be behind him 100%. And the fact that I'm also a wrestling fan because of Kurt, just makes it, makes that support even bigger for him because, he has a right to pursue his dream. Every wrestler does. Every wrestler. Um, and of course, last week, or not last week, but the week before, episode 99, we did talk about the passing of Hulk Hogan. I just want to make sure that everyone understands that I was not a big Hogan fan, so I really didn't shed tears over Hogan. But I mean, you have to admit that he was a legend in the sport, even though, I honestly think that Terry was starting to show dementia, signs of dementia, because he would just make stuff up. He would tell all these lies, all these stories that were not true. So I definitely think there's some kind of, mental disability happening there. As he was in his 60s, and then, he eventually would get to his 70s. And I'm not saying that he did. I'm not a doctor, guys. All I'm saying is it seems to me the reason why someone would make up stories, maybe that was just Terry. And trust me, guys, there are people who loved Terry. There are people who loved Hogan. Um, Jimmy Hart swears that, he was a great man. There's a lot of other people, Bubba Ray Dudley, even Devon Dudley, had nothing but great things to say. Okay, great. I'm so glad that you have, this and that about Hogan, and Hogan was nice to you. That's nice. That's good. But allow the criticisms to happen. You can't just shut everybody down because, oh, well, Hogan was a good person and you were jealous of him. No, I was a fan. I'm just a fan, and I wasn't really a fan of Hogan's because I really just didn't like the whole cartoon thing. It was Mr. Perfect that I saw that, really got me into wrestling because Kurt made it look real. Hogan looked cartoonish. That's just how I saw it. So, and I don't have any Hogan memorabilia whatsoever. I like the NWO. I like when Hogan turned. I liked when he was the third guy in the NWO because I thought the NWO was cool. It was cool to be in the NWO, and it made it all the more sweeter when Kurt turned to the NWO. So I'm not saying that Hogan was a big factor for me. As a fan, I really was turned on to Kurt's wrestling because just Hogan just, he didn't have that flair that Kurt had. Kurt wanted to be the best at this game, and he was. So please forgive me, but I mean, I understand that you love the guy. Okay, the guy was nice to you. Hogan was nice to you. That's good. That's good that Hogan was nice to you. He wasn't a prick to everybody else. um I mean, he wasn't a prick to everybody. I think, and to be honest, I think a lot of Hogan's problem was he couldn't deal with the fame. He didn't expect the fame and he couldn't deal with it. Because they were talking on Jim Cornette, and a lot of what happened in Hogan's career is, Vern Gagne found him. He was really not doing much. and then kind of made him something, made him a heel, but the fans turned him, so he became a baby face, and he became a huge baby face. I mean, they were selling out all over the place, especially with Andre the Giant, you know. Um, and that's cool, you know. I don't think Terry knew exactly how that was going to go or how long that was going to last, but the when he jumped ship to WWF, at the time it was WWF, so that's why I call it WWF. So he jumped ship to WWF with Vince Senior, or Vince Junior, excuse me, and he screwed Vern Gagne. So there's a lot of people that would have hard feelings towards Hulk Hogan. Okay. And yes, I mean, I don't say that Hogan is completely to blame. But I do kind of think that Vern should have not held his uh, ideas close to the chest. I know that they were worried about it leaking to the dirt sheets. You know, Vern is Vern. And whatever happened between him and Hogan, I'm sure Vern doesn't hold grudges. Maybe he does. I don't know. I don't know Vern Gagne personally, but remember everybody that in 84 when he jumped ship with a bunch of his friends, such as like the Honky Tonk Man, Mean Gene Okerlund, Jesse Ventura, everybody would actually go to the WWF and leave Vern Gagne. Okay, I see that, you know, you need that money. I get it. You need that little something extra. I get it. I totally get it. But it wasn't just Vern Gagne that Hogan screwed. Okay. And I'm not talking promoter. I'm just talking promoters here. I'm not talking all the wrestlers that, I mean, yeah, Hogan would turn on Jesse and go tell Vince about the unionization of the wrestlers that he was trying to do in 85 or 86. I can't remember, 85, I think. But I'm just talking promoters here because in 92 and 92, Hogan left to go do a movie. And really, he was getting stale there at the end. You know, Hulkamania was not like the 1984, 1985 Hulkamania. People were sick of Hogan. They were actually booing him, especially when Flair came into it. And I get that. I don't like Ric Flair either. Trust me, I hate Ric Flair as a wrestler and as a person, especially what happened at the infamous plane ride from hell. Okay. Now Hogan, as far as I know, Hogan's never done it. But you know, I said something to my friend, and I'm not trying to be facetious at all. I honestly think that Donald Trump, and it's a good thing I'm not going to promote this because they wouldn't want me to get political. But I think Trump took advantage of Hulk's dementia. It's the only way, and there could be some Alzheimer's in there too, because I mean, a few years ago, Hogan was making fun of Donald Trump, and then he joined him there at the end. So maybe Hogan had Alzheimer's, maybe Hogan had dementia going, you know, for him. Again, I don't know because I don't know anything about Hogan's medical stuff, but it would not surprise me if they would release the files, and all I'm going to say are the files, that Hogan's name would be on it. It would not shock me. If Vince was on it either. Vince, Linda, maybe even Triple H. That's all I'm saying. I'm not alluding to anything. All I'm saying is I would not be shocked if these people's names were on that list. Because everybody in Washington, everybody in Washington, everybody in Hollywood is one. And if you know about the list, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry to get political, but that's my feeling on it. This is why it will never be released. They will never release these files because there's too many people on that list that we all know. We see them on TV every single day. They're in Washington right now. That's all I'm saying. I would not be shocked if Hogan's name was on there. So all I'm saying is don't we're all allowed our own opinions of Hulk Hogan or Terry Bollea. You are not allowed to shut people down and tell other people you can't criticize Hulk Hogan. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Because I was a fan and I lived during Hogan's reign. I was born in 86. So I know a thing or two about Hogan's runs. And I know that in the end, Hogan wasn't himself. Either he had dementia or he had Alzheimer's or he had both. That's the only explanation I could come up with, other than he was a very bad person, why he would make stuff up that he knows or he knew was not correct. He lied. That's all I'm saying. You do not have a right to tell other people they can't say bad things about Hulk Hogan. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. No, I didn't know him personally. And I'm so glad he was nice to you. I'm so glad of that. I'm so glad he was nice to you. But there are others that he was not nice to. There are others that Hogan screwed, including Curt Hennig. Twice. And I say this about Flair too, because Flair also screwed Curt several times. So I have no love lost for Hogan for how he treated some people. And I have every right to talk about this because it is the truth. And I have every right to talk about Hogan screwing Curt twice. I have every right to talk about it because Curt's not here to talk about it himself. And you know, it's funny that the last interview I heard from Curt Hennig, he bears Hogan no ill will. None whatsoever. He was very nice about Hogan. He could not help but commend Hogan for their matches. He said they had really great matches. He never once brought up the fact that he literally said no to his push in 89. They had a little bit of a push, and then Hogan couldn't handle real competition. He could not handle a real wrestler such as Curt Hennig because Curt was the best. Period, hands down. And Hogan couldn't handle it. So he told Vince, this guy is not in my league. If I were Curt, I would still be pissed at him. I would call him every name in the book. What do you mean I'm not in your league, Hogan? I can out wrestle you in amateur wrestling because Curt was also an amateur wrestler. He could have beaten Hogan. Hogan couldn't even wrestle his way out of a paper bag. He was just a good draw because he found the right gimmick at the right time that people could actually look and say, that is a hero right there. He had the body for it. Does not mean that he could wrestle. Does not mean that he could actually take other wrestlers. Because when it comes right down to it, Hogan would have gotten his ass beat. So don't you sit here and criticize people who actually lived through, the Hogan era. Now, I never saw the beginning of Hogan because I wasn't born yet. I'm talking 82, 83, and 84. I didn't come till 86. So I can't speak on the Hulk Hogan that was those years. I can't speak about that because I don't know any of that stuff. I only know from what I've seen of older wrestling, such as Portland wrestling, because I wasn't alive when Curt was in Portland. And much of AWA I missed. Again, I didn't come till 86. And Curt was the tag champions with Scott Hall in 86. And then, 86, 87, they started moving Curt towards a heavyweight run with Nick Bockwinkel. I was only, like 9 months old to a year old in 87. In May of 87, I would have been 1 year and 1 month old. In May, when they actually gave Curt a title shot at Nick Bockwinkel. So all I'm saying is no one has a right to tell me that I cannot speak on Hulk Hogan or tell the truth about Hulk Hogan. Here's the truth. Curt Hennig bared him no ill will before he passed. And yet Hogan acted like they were closer than brothers. He always spoke highly of Mr. Perfect, and I'm great for that. I'm grateful to Hogan for that. But you guys were never close. You were never like brothers. Curt was always close with Rick Rude because they were like brothers. Trust me, I know. So all I'm saying is we are allowed to speak the truth that was the image of Hulk Hogan. And yes, Hulk Hogan, again, Curt, if you look at the interview that was done with Curt about the West Texas Rednecks and why that didn't last very long. Someone with blonde hair said, I can't follow that brother. It's not too hard to put 2 and 2 together and get 4. It was Hogan. Hogan couldn't follow the fact that Curt was actually good at country music. He was good at everything. And Hogan could not follow that. Hogan could not handle that. He could not take it. He could not take the fame that he actually would ultimately become. And again, he was just the right guy at the right time because it could have been Dusty. If they had done it in 83 instead of 84, it would have been Dusty. But Dusty had too much on his plate. But think of it. If there was no Hulk Hogan, there would have been a Dusty Rhodes. And Dusty would have been bigger than big. And I'm talking image-wise. I'm talking there would have been dolls of Dusty. Just like Hogan, there would have been shirts with Dusty Rhodes. There would have been, all these dolls of Dusty Rhodes instead of Hulk Hogan. So I really think Hogan let the fame go to his head. That's my opinion. He actually thought he was bigger than he was. He actually started to believe his own hype. Just like Goldberg in WCW. Goldberg wasn't really that good. Neither was Hogan. That's why he wasn't making it in the territories until he met Vern Gagne. And then he screwed Vern. And then he screwed Vince. And then he would eventually screw Eric Bischoff. Isn't that funny how he screwed pretty much every promoter he's ever been with? I just find that hilariously funny. And then people want to say, well, you can't say anything bad about him. Oh, actually, I can. And I will. Because I was not a big fan of Hulk Hogan. Even if I was a fan of Hulk Hogan back in the day. Even if I was. Let's just say I was a fan of Hulk Hogan. Do you think I would, enjoy saying this kind of stuff? But it's the truth. And if we're going to talk about the truth, we're going to talk about the truth. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it for my fans out there. You could be fans of Hulk Hogan. That's great. But here's reality for you. Hogan was not a very good person. He was to some people, but he wasn't to everybody. And don't expect me to sit here and cry or shed a tear over Hulk Hogan, who screwed Curt Hennig twice. If Curt was here, he probably would say, you know what, you should probably be a little nicer. I will leave it there because I know Curt would want me to not speak ill of the dead because Hogan's not here to defend himself. But we have all seen in the media, we have all seen what Hogan has been about for the past 10 years. And none of it really good. So that's all I'm saying. You are not allowed to shut me down and say I'm not allowed to criticize this and criticize that. That would be like me saying, well, you can't criticize Curt. Well, I don't know how you would anyway, but you can't criticize Curt after he passed. If you could find one bad thing about Curt, you let me know. Because Curt was a stand-up man. He was a man, a great man, a perfect man, a perfect gentleman. And everyone says this. Everyone will say this. All right. So let's get to the stuff I want to share because I think I rambled on enough about this. All right. So the first thing we're going to watch is this. So we're going to watch the Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. And like I said, I was talking about SummerSlam and stuff. I'm very excited for their match. So for those on YouTube, if you want to go to YouTube, they have this on the Raw highlights of July 28th, which had just passed. So it's just this past Monday. You'll be seeing this in the future. So, you know, I'm recording as of August 1st. So this was this past Monday. It will be a couple of Mondays from now, probably about 2 or 3. So just use accordingly, but you can definitely find it. Sami Zayn shuts down Karrion Kross ahead of SummerSlam. All right, let's press play.
Sammy, you and Karrion Kross have been at odds for the last several months. Yeah. Those issues all come to a head this weekend. What are you hoping to accomplish at SummerSlam?
I'm just hoping to be done with this guy once and for all. This guy's been a thorn in my side for months. He's obsessed, and I don't fully understand what it is he wants out of me. He wants to get some sort of truth, some warped truth. I don't know, and I don't care at this point. At this point, it's impeding me. It's standing in the way of me achieving my goals, which I've been very clear about. I'm trying to become a world champion here, and as long as I'm dealing with Karrion Kross, that's not going to happen. So SummerSlam, I put an end to it once and for all.
Only if you say what Karrion wants you to say.
How are your ribs? We know you would have. Yeah, hi. We're in the middle.
I insist, Corey.
Sorry, man.
It's Karrion Kross.
So I had this idea when I was coming in here to just blast you across your stomach with a steel rod again. And then I was thinking, you're not going to make it to SummerSlam, and that doesn't work for me. Because everybody I've been dealing with here in WWE, eventually, I get them to show their true colors. Except you. Which is really starting to piss me off. So here's what's going to happen. After I beat you at SummerSlam, you are going to say the words, Kross told the truth. And then I'll go away, and you can go on and become world champion. Because believe me, Sammy, you are no different than anybody else. And you are certainly no better than me.
You think you're so smart, huh? You think you've got me figured out. You think you've got everybody. You think you're some kind of puppet master revealing everybody's inner. What is it exactly that you think? What do you want, huh?
I think he told you what he's wanted.
You beat me at SummerSlam. I'll say whatever it is you want to say. Okay? You want me to say? I'll say whatever it is you want me to say. But here's what I want you to think about for now. Maybe you're wrong, huh? About everything. Maybe you're wrong about me. You're wrong about everybody else. Maybe you're wrong about yourself. And when I beat you at SummerSlam, because make no mistake, I am going to beat you at SummerSlam. And when I do, I want you to look me in the eyes. And you're going to look at me and you're going to say that you were wrong.
Huh.
I'll see you at SummerSlam.
All right. So sounds like it's going to be a very good match, and I cannot wait to see it. Like I said, this is something I have been waiting for, especially because I want Karrion Kross to continue his, push. Just like Curt deserved a push, Karrion Kross deserves a push. Let's hope there's no one like Hogan to squash that push. I just want WWE to know this, that, Karrion, I see a lot of Curt and Karrion. So he's doing old time kind of matches where, he's using his wife to, cheat. That's a good heel. That's how they used to do it in the old days. That's how they used to have matches where the manager would cheat for the heel and distract the referee while the heel did something to the babyface. That's what's happening here. And that's what I want to see happen and continue to happen. AJ Styles was another one that Karrion was sort of picking on there. And I like that. As a heel, I can see a lot of Curt in there, because when Curt had managers, they would always help him win. They'd always cheat. or distract the referee or do something, to help Curt win. So a lot of Karrion Kross, I can see him going far because he's starting to do the old school wrestling that we all admired back when I was a kid. All right. So the next one is a match between Adrian Adonis, Bret Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart when they were heels, versus Mike Rotunda, Dan Spivey, and I think Barry Windham, maybe. I'm not sure. Pretty sure, but it was a 6-man. Okay. I know that during the Dark Side of the Ring, Dan Spivey had talked about, his little beef with Adrian Adonis. Bygones be bygones. Okay. So here we go. For anyone who is listening to audio only, it's Primetime Wrestling Season 3, Episode 1, January 5th, 1987. Guys, I wasn't even a year old yet. I wouldn't be a year old till April 20th, 1987. So I like this old time wrestling. I want to get more of it into it. I'm going to try to find some, when Rick Rude first came in, that's what I'm actually looking for right now, is to see if I can find Rick Rude stuff and find a lot of it. But I really liked, Adrian Adonis. I really thought he was cool. Even though he was like, yeah, I'm gay or whatever. It's still, if you watch his matches, a lot of his matches were very, very good. And I know him and Spivey had a feud outside of the ring going, because I guess Adrian was being stiff with him. I don't know the story. All I know is from Dark Side of the Ring. So, all right, we're going to, I am 1 hour, 10 minutes and 32 seconds in. So I'm going to press play now.
Jimmy Hart's people that he manages.
Well, he's got a lot of dues to pay here in the World Wrestling Federation. He's done some, shall we say, underhanded things of late.
I'll tell you something about Adrian Adonis. I don't mean to be facetious, but pound per pound, he's probably the most vicious man in professional wrestling today.
Well, I may have to tend to agree
there we
with you
go.
on that. Look at this. Oh, 6 men inside the ring right. Well,
Oh,
5
it's,
of them anyway.
that junkyard
Special
dog there?
delivery thinks that
No, it's Special Delivery Jones. I'm sorry. It's not Barry Windham. It's Dan
they certainly are
Spivey.
doing just
Dan Spivey, excuse me.
Now SD
It
gets
is
involved, grabs a
SD
headlock,
Jones and
and another one from the outside.
whoa, and Mike
Catch
Rotunda.
Adrian coming with that one.
I'm
All-American out of Syracuse University, Mike Rotundo in there right now. Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of seeing that flag wave. I'm not knocking the country, but I mean, I just had enough of the U.S. Express.
Well, earlier on, we had a chance to talk with the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. We asked him to indeed rate the Harts right now with their newfound partner, Adrian Adonis.
You take the Harts, Adrian Adonis, and you mix them all up, and you come out with the ultimate trifecta.
Boy, he's not all there. Has he got both oars in the water or what?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Jimmy knows what he's doing. He's
Special D in the ring right now. Well, he made the tag, and Rotundo's in there with a hitman.
That
Well, I like to call
Rotunda
it,
would
has
be IRS
incredible
later.
members do. The hitman has excellence of execution inside that
certainly
square
does.
circle.
Spivey
You know,
would
people
go to
think that,
WCW,
maybe
and
they're calling
SD
Neidhart
Jones would have a
something.
match against
You know,
Curt
like
when,
the-
Curt,
he's a
when
little
Curt
strange.
first came
I
in.
think he's fine.
Well, he definitely is not playing with a full deck, I'll tell you that. But look at the power here he's displaying. Those roundhouse rights, and Rotundo retaliating now. Oh, irate.
I like his goatee.
You would.
I think it's stylish.
Coming in from the backside, the adorable one, Adrian Adonis. Oh, look at this, setting him up here. Power slam, yes.
Tell me he's not vicious.
He is vicious. Elbow, but nobody home as Rotundo got out of there in a hurry. They're slugging it out now right in the center of the ring, but Adrian able to drag him back into the wrong part of the town as far as Rotundo's concerned.
Yeah, but Adrian knows what he's doing in there. He's a smart man. He's a vicious man. He's a cunning man. That's why he's a winner.
And I'll tell you something, the Hart Foundation is indeed a winning team. There's no question in their ability and their record here in the World Wrestling Federation. And I don't know, here on Wrestling Challenge, I don't think I've ever seen them defeated.
I've never seen them defeated either.
Oh, look out. High forearm. Nails the Hitman.
And that credit's got to go to Jimmy Hart. You got to give him credit for the team he's put together.
Tags made. SD steps in. All 6 men inside the ring right now. Once again, a little bit of mayhem. Referee losing control of this matchup. But the legal guy is Special Delivery Jones and Adrian Adonis. Oh, I don't think you can get that on him, SD. Too big in the body for that. Well, the Hitman made sure. Oh, good night.
Good night, Irene.
Good night, Irene. Slapped down right in the center of the ring.
Lock the door and put the porch lights on. Good night, SD.
Hart Foundation making sure that neither Spivey nor Rotundo can get it and break this up. And Hebner calling for the bell.
Congratulations. Good night, Irene is back.
Good night, Special Delivery Jones.
All right. So, yeah, I actually really like that. Again, I like the older matches, and I'm going to show as many as I can. Again, I'm going to try to go and look for stuff that, when Rick Rude first came in. Wow. Yeah, so yeah. All right, so we're going to go to the main event, which is Buddy Rose and Rip Oliver versus Curt Hennig and Larry Hennig. This is round 2, so I'm going to get that up for you. Okay, I hope everyone can see that. Again, this is 26 minutes, so it's Larry and Curt versus Buddy Rose again and Rip Oliver. So this is like a second match that they had in Portland. So here we go.
But it is more popular now than ever, as far as we can tell. The ratings are better than they have ever been. Someone who reads the rating books was telling me the other day that every Saturday night at this time, at least 1/3 of all the TV sets that are turned on to Channel 12 watching wrestling. All right, there's young Curt Hennig. He goes around 222. There is Pop. You think there ain't going to be something happening? Larry the X. The Army may have bit off more than it can chew. We'll see. Larry, better do the introductions and get out of there.
Will be 2 out of 3 calls or to a TV time limit for this tag team.
I'm sorry, this is the highest it will go, so I'm just going to be quiet during this match.
The team of Playboy, Buddy Rose, and Rip Oliver. Their opponents in this corner, the team of Curt Hennig and Larry the Axe Hennig.
Oh, the X has been around the world many times. He has wrestled against and with the best. He was not asked to come here, incidentally, by Curt. I especially talked to Curt about that. He said, no. He says, Dad heard about it on his own. If these guys double teaming me ain't going to work in my ribs. He goes about 320, incidentally. Larry the Axe Hennig, Hennig, son Curt. And it looks like Larry is going to start it. Nobody wants to start, at least for the Army. Go, Larry, go. But nobody's in there to go against. Still no representative of the Army has been in the ring, yes. Standing by the referee, starting a count. And neither one of them want to wrestle till Curt comes in. They know Curt is hurting. The tag and Playboy wants no part of it. The X is back in. The referee finally grabbing Oliver, trying to throw him in. The Axe is here. I'll bring him in. He catches one. Curt Hennig. Curt is in. Larry the Axe tags out. Shoulder throw. There's the tag. The Playboy's in. He's taken into the corner. Shoulder toss. Hit with a drop kick. Another drop kick. The tag. Here comes Hennig. The Axe has the Playboy in the ring, and oh, he nailed him. He hit him with an elbow smash that might rearrange his teeth. Oh, that hurt up here. Oliver takes the tag. And the Axe tags out. Son Curt is in. We are in first fall action of the best 2 out of 3 to a TV time limit. Whip to the far neutral corner. There's that elbow smash again right to the point of the chin. A whip into the ropes. The Axe. Oh. 1, 2, 3. The Axe.
Well, they actually won the first fall.
To say the least. Woo. Rip Oliver in. Oh, they lock up hands, and that was not too good of an idea as far as Oliver's concerned. Larry the Axe Hennig. Wrestling with son Curt. C-U-R-T, Curt Hennig. The Army, on a number of occasions, had gone after Curt Hennig and seriously bruised his ribs. He should not be wrestling. His doctor told him he shouldn't be, but he insisted on it. He has his ribs taped, and he has a lot of help with the father, 320 pounds. They're from Minnesota, and the family has long been known in wrestling. Knee drop to the arm, the left arm of Rip Oliver. Go to the wing lock. Curt Hennig working the wing lock on Rip Oliver. The number to call, incidentally, for tickets for next week, 289-4222. That number good only tomorrow, Sunday, and next Saturday. No way of getting tickets during the week. You can come out to the flea market tomorrow, which is here at the Sports Arena, 8725 North Chautauqua. That way you go to the concession stand. Buy your tickets, you pay for them, and you have them in your hand. You don't have to wait in line at will call to get them next Saturday. Back and forth they go, leapfrog and drop kick. Curt Hennig showing him moves. That's making him one of the top young wrestlers in the country today. His dad much larger than is Curt, but Curt taking advantage of the speed and the agility, much as the case with Hacksaw. And of course, the Hacksaws won the title. The tag, it was good. Sandy Barr was watching. Flying tackle, he dives underneath that. Backdrops against that one. Arm drag, slam. Uh-oh. Rose gets caught with the axe coming in. The axe is swinging. Oh! The back of the head slammed into the concrete. Good camera work. Good direction. Larry Bollinger. Whoa! Roundhouse right. Oliver wants a little taste of it, so he got it. He came in, and he got hammered by the axe. A judo chop between the fingers. Illegal, but it's one of those things where you get a 5 count. Elbow smash on the fingers. Buddy Rose taking this punishment after Oliver was pinned by the axe for the first fall. Larry Hennig. Turnbuckle treatment. And the old man to son, come on in. And Rose looks like he might be close to be put away, covered with a body press. Oliver in to save it, and I do not think Rose would have gotten up from that. I think Rose made a very propitious tag right there to get out in time as he is hurting. The arm bar. Curt Hennig. Hennig. I've got to get used to that. Hennig. He's got Oliver in, working on him. The arm bar turned over. May have lost the chance to have 2 straight falls. There he had Rose hurting him. Rose was able to roll over. And tag out. Arm bar turned over. Curt Hennig with the arm bar on Oliver. Second fall. TV main event. Tag team match, the Army, Oliver and Rose against the Hennigs. Father Larry the Axe and son Curt. Tightening up on the hammerlock. Back to the armbar, turns it over. Flying tackle. Oliver goes down, that's underneath it, comes back with a knee lift to the midsection. And Hennig, Curt is caught out in the middle of the ring where he can't get the tag over to Dad. Rose taking Curt Hennig into the ropes. Lays him down, gonna flop him again. Into the ropes and a backbreaker. He's got him on the mat. And with those ribs, there's extra pain there. Curt Hennig being asked by the referee, does he want to submit? You know there's got to be some pain. He's leaning back against the hold. Curt Hennig holding on, now coming back against it. He is rolled up in a victory roll. Counter 2, not 3. And I thought Curt had bought the farm right there. Oh, elbow smash. Covers him with a small package. Larry Hennig in to save today. A tag. Or maybe not a tag. Backbreaker. Oliver, 1, 2. And Larry pulls him off that tag. Whip into the knee of Buddy Rose in a small little back. Double club blow. Now Oliver doing some taunting of Larry. Your boy's getting up, beaten up pretty bad. How do you like it? The kick. Throws a southpaw with the leg as well as the arm. Working on Curt Hennig. And another kick. That one nails him into the ropes and the apron and down on the floor. We are in second fall action. Oliver coming around. But Larry Hennig right there at the corner. Curt now. Bonnie apron. And swinging back. 3. And catches the shoulder down to the cement floor. Gave you that ticket information. We'll repeat it a little later on. I'm just advising you to get your tickets early for next week. A world champion, Ric Flair. The most colorful world champion in my memory. Whoa. Watch out now. He is in trouble. Ow. Rammed against the steel ring post twice. Before Larry sees what happens. Down after him. 1, 2, and 3. He tried to pull him outside the ring, did Larry, but unable to do so. This match is all even as the Playboy gets the pin on Curt Hennig. Wail on the beach. The cry of the crowd, you know that that's aimed at the Playboy. Buddy Rose pinned Curt Hennig for the previous fall, so they must start this next one. And Curt looking to be a little proud, not wanting to tag out of there. And I think that might have been his wisest decision. Now he is in trouble. All our sponsor messages are put away, so stay with us. We're going to keep it here till it's bye-bye time. Whoa. Rip Oliver slamming the body of Curt Hennig into the turnbuckles. Goes back to the body lock, more popularly called the bear hug. Curt trying to get over for the tag. Sandy Barr, there's some of the crowd saying what's going on. Oliver went out, but there was no tag. At least that is what is ruled. Body slam. A tag, and Rose does come in this time. Goes to the body lock. Bear hug. Curt Hennig going backwards, trying to get to his dad. His back swinging on the ropes. He's got to tag out. Those ribs are hurting too badly. Rose knows that. The tag is clean. Rose did not close in on him quickly enough. Larry, the axe is in against the Playboy. And he purposely goes over in their corner. He wanted to get an Oliver as well as Rose. And he catches him with a shoulder throw backdrop. Larry the Axe Hennig working on the Playboy in the top two ropes. Oh, he just dumped Oliver in the ring with one hand. Hennig ran them both over where Curt unloaded, one hand on each. Dives back on the left leg of the Playboy. Through the ropes and out on the concrete. And I think he's right. He said, we're going out to hurt somebody because they're after us. And I think that Larry Hennig might be just exactly that. He wants to put some injury on the pain. And Rose is bleeding. We've got about 9 minutes left in this match. To our TV time limit, that's going to be a long 9 minutes for the Playboy. If he doesn't get tagged out of there, he is bleeding profusely. The X has cut him open. Diving headbutt. Roundhouse right. 320 pounds, and it's not fat. We're down to 8 minutes to go in the match to the time limit. And Rose is hurting and so far not able to get out of there. Now Curt Hennig making the mistake, I think. Well, maybe he just wanted to get some on Oliver. They've got Rose really hurting. They let Rose get in there and tag. 1, 2, no. Looks like Curt Hennig pride, I'm sure, makes him want to win this third fall. Watch out. Oliver gets him off balance. 1, 2. Flail kick out of it. Oliver would like to tag out. He looked over and saw the condition of Rose. Realized he's got to stay in there. The Army is hurting. We're down to about 7. Toe hold put on Oliver by Curt Hennig. H-E-N-N-I-G if you're dropping him a line. Son is Curt, as in Curtis. The father is Larry, as in the X. Toe hold, and Oliver's got trouble holding out against this one. Ooh, double knee. Knee drop to both hamstrings. And Larry Hennig telling the son, spread eagle him. Got those legs hurting. Rose attempting to crawl through the ropes, fell off onto the floor. He is hurting. Rose bloodied up, knocked literally into the front row. Full hold again. Curt Hennig. Bloody Buddy Rose. Remember, we're out of sponsor messages, so we're going to keep it right here. Our ticket information again, 289-4222. That number good only tomorrow during the day and next Saturday. Or the flea market that's held at the sports arena. That is here tomorrow only, Sundays only. Doors open at 8, close about 3. And the concession stand is where the tickets are. Oliver, did he get the tag? I thought he did, but Rose not too quick to come in. Now it does. He's still hurting. Oh, Larry Hennig. Double clubs him. Right cross. Covers him with a body press 1, and he kicks out of it. Oliver was on his way in to help. Hennig, who suffered injury at the hands of the Army, now dealing out some pain. Larry Hennig in for an extracurricular blow. Oliver grabs the chair from the timekeeper. Oliver's in with the chair.
Oh, you can't do that. Not even in Portland can you do that.
Bill has been wrong.
There you go.
The chair from Oliver. He's using it on Rose, who is outside the ring. And he's telling Sandy Barr. Watch out.
I think I would listen, Sandy.
I don't know if it'll be a no contest or one of the teams will be disqualified. It's a disqualification on the Army. Oliver brought the chair in. Watch out, it's not over yet.
Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing there. I think that was a great match. It's one of, him and his dad, and I think they lit up the stage there. It was quite awesome. All right, guys. So everyone is going to hear shameless plugs, whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on YouTube. On YouTube, you guys will hear a little blurb about, or not on YouTube. Anyway, during the shameless plugs, you will hear that the outro music is AI. It is AI generated. I, did it with AI. Also next week we will be doing more Portland. So more Portland wrestling for you. We probably will go into a knee versus knee match, or it's just Curt versus Buddy Rose. Okay. So I am so excited for next week because I can't see what's going to happen in the wrestling world. We don't know what's going to happen. So you never know. But next week, you guys will see another episode of Portland Wrestling and Curt Hennig. And remember, everyone, nobody beats Mr. Perfect. Nobody. Bye, guys. Hey, Curt Hennig fans. Hello, and welcome to the Shameless Plugs. I wanted to do an updated version because I no longer have Patreon. I don't know if anyone has seen, and down in the description field, the first shameless plug I would like to do is for my Cashapp and my PayPal account. If you can donate, please, please, please donate today. I actually had one donation, but that was more for my birthday. So anyway, if you can donate, please see the links in the description field for my PayPal and my Cashapp. I'd like to start off by saying also, and I will say this at the end, I have an AI outro that is AI generated. I actually made a country song dedicated to Curt. I made several. Just in case, there also maybe in the future or right now is going to be an AI intro. So I just want to let you know that the intro also could be AI, and this is for Amazon. This is for YouTube only. YouTube only. So the first shameless plug I would like to do is Kit Cabello. He is one of my great, great friends. I love him to death. And what a great man, great guy, all around great friend as well. You can catch him on Heartlands Media. That's 9 a.m. Central, Monday through Friday, and he will tell it like it is. Trust me, he will tell it like it is. Can't say enough great things about Kit Cabello. Also, check out Angel Riviera. He is in Angel in the Afternoon, and of course, he is my host for Pro Wrestling Talk. Pro Wrestling Talk is every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, though those are scheduled to change due to family issues or WrestleMania or a pay-per-view. Also, I would like you to, but definitely check out Angel in the Afternoon. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And he also tells it like it is. Way to go, Angel. Okay, on to deconstructing topics. My big brother, Dave. I can't say enough great things about Dave. He is a big supporter of mine, and I'm a big supporter of him. If you check out Deconstructing Topics, he has his own show. I'm not sure what episode he's on right now, but he has a great podcast. Please, please, please listen to it. You can check it out on YouTube. I don't know if he's on Rumble, but I'll see if I can get a Rumble link. All these links are in the description field if you want to check these people out. Also, I'd like to mention my little kid brother, Alex Knight. We are actually not really related, but I see him like a little brother. So anyway, Alex Knight, you can find him on Angel in the Afternoon. You can also catch him on Pro Wrestling Talk. And I think he's going to do a baseball podcast with Angel as well. So check that out. That'll be on Sundays. I'm not sure the time. I'll have to get that from Angel later. But I just want to make sure that you check him out because he is a great person and someone I can call friend and little brother. The next shameless plug I'd like to do really fast is Black Magic Talk is my other show, guys. If you would like to check that out, all you have to do is click the link in the description field, and blessed be to you if you are also a witch, wizard, or warlock, or whatever you call yourself. You can check that out in the description field. We have a lot of fun over there. I love to have on special guests, especially Sonia Smith. She's a very dear friend of mine. I hope you will subscribe to all these people on YouTube or on Rumble. We are also on Rumble. The Rumble description field, the link is in the description field. Sorry. If you would like to check that out, this will be going on YouTube, of course, because I don't need this for Rumble. I could put it on Rumble. I think I might. So if you are on Rumble watching this and you would like to see the YouTube version of this, it's mostly audio that you will see, except for this part, right? Just check us out on YouTube. The link is in the description field. And again, if you want to check out Black Magic Talk, you can check that out too, where we talk everything pagan and Wiccan. There is no evil or black magic, of course. It's all great fun, and we have a good time. If you like a personal tarot reading from me, click the link in the description field below. I can get you my, my pricing and stuff. If you would like to be a guest on the Black Magic Talk, or if you'd like to be on Pro Wrestling Talk, you can DM me on X. My X is in the description field for both Black Magic Talk and for Curt Hennig podcast. Go ahead and hit those in the description field and DM me, and feel free to ask if you'd like to be a guest. If there's anything else, concerns, or if you would like to just give feedback, you can always DM us on X and so on. Just want to mention my Cashapp and my PayPal account are in the description field. If you can give to the show, great. If not, please enjoy the show. That's what we are mainly here for, just for your entertainment purposes only. And again, I will reiterate that the AI outro song is AI generated. That is for everyone, for Rumble and for YouTube. Also, there could be an AI intro song. Just want to let you know that if there's ever an intro song, it is AI generated on YouTube. I created a couple of songs here and there, a couple of country songs I think that Curt would like. So I hope you check those out. And remember, everyone, nobody beats Mr. Perfect or Curt Hennig. Nobody.
In a small town gym with wooden floors, He'd lace up his boots, he'd settle the scores. With a suplex or a lariat, he'd stand tall. Curt Hennig, the hero we all recall. Oh, Mr. Perfect, the man we admire. In the wrestling ring, he set hearts on fire. From the farm to the glory, he took his stand. A true country legend, the perfect man. Through the cheers and the bright spotlights, he wrestled his dreams on countless nights. With a fisherman's carry and a confident grin, Curt showed the world the warrior within. Oh, Mr. Perfect, the man we admire. In the wrestling ring, he set hearts on fire. From the farm to the glory, he took his stand. A true country legend, the perfect man. Humming the ballads of a heart so strong, where the echoes of victory always belong. He taught us that life is a fighter's game. Curt Hennig, forever framed in fame. In the hours of wrestling, his name remains. Curt Hennig, who broke through the chains. From Minnesota